This DJ's so funky, man.
Activate.
This is the RDDC podcast.
Welcome to the Real Double Dose channel. This is your host Lex, coming to you straight from the heart, where the talk is real and the vibe is always live. I hope you're feeling fantastically wonderful because you're worth it and you deserve it and everything else great that's coming your way. For any questions, show requests, or feedback, as always, you can reach us at realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com, and we have food for thought segments down there. And if you can, we have a Skinner store, we have apparel, we have publishing services, everything coming to you. We still have trips, prizes, giveaways, gift card giveaways. We have questions and inquiries coming in. We have a whole lot, and a co-host that is being pruned right now. That's what you can find at blogspot.com. We still have many books coming to you via Amazon or Lulu or CreateSpace, Goodreads, just stuff that you can take with you on the go, and printing options as well. You can also reach us as support like you have been, and the questions that will be answered and are coming in at Real Double Dose Channel at yandex.com. That's Real Double Dose Channel at yandex.com. Thank you for tuning in, listening in, and just sparking the world with your questions and everything else, because I believe, and we believe, that anything that comes out right now is being out there in the ether, and someone is picking up on these vibrations, your listening hearts, your love, all of it. You know, all we can give is the best of who we are, and that's the greatest. So, what are we going to do? We're going to get into something. Now, I did have a phone failure, so a lot of setbacks, a lot of things have been happening like crazy, and I have a whole list of things to catch you up on. So just, bear with your girl, Lex. I gotcha. It's never too far away from me having some theatrical life, but hey, I'm thankful and grateful for it, and I breathe it, live it, and I love it, right? The downfalls and the ups, it just makes me stronger, better, more focused, more clear. So many beautiful things. Even dealing with, being able to go into a quote, office type mentality setting or a clock setting to where you have to punch in and punch out. Something different for me and my businesses and the things that I have doing and RDDC family. But I mean, it all comes with being able to experience every taste and all the beautiful souls that I meet and the understandings that I get from it. I wouldn't have it any other way, because that's the way it needs to be, at least for now. And I'm on this journey with all of you, and I know you're on here with us. So the topic at hand is, what is it gonna take? What is it gonna take? What is it gonna take? Can I say that one more time? And you're probably like, what? Yeah, I know. I mean, at the same time, when I heard, I'm like, what do you mean? What is it going to take? Are you serious right now? What do you mean? Well, how much is it going to take? What are we willing to give to make it go ahead and work? There have many measurements of what we can do. And a lot of people just, they see it more like, oh, ain't no big deal. Let me just, just yawn a little bit. Something, right? So at the same time, I just want to say, this is for me as always, and for us, all of us. And I'm coming to myself, and I actually listen to these things because it helps me grow as a person from the energy that's flowing through me from all of you and everything that is. What is it going to take? Is it going to take a rocket scientist, which is not very far off from where we are now? So what I mean by that, let me dive into this. We have so many things going on to where our accomplishments are set. So many wonderful people that I come across and hear about every day, even though I have about 4 hours of sleep in a 24-hour period, minus the shower, eating a little bit, and on the road, it doesn't, it fails to never fail, right? One of my friends wants to open up a beautiful little store down in California. One of my newer friends wants to open up a wonderful restaurant, and I, just from the person that he is and he comes off to be, it's just, I know that restaurant would be off the chain. Like, let's just put it that way. And whatever we can put together to get that going. So many things, so many ideas, so many topics at hand. Paintball arena, so many things. And it's kind of like, what is it going to take? And I mean this for myself too. I'm sitting here like, oh my goodness, how did it go already? I got laundry. I still have to be at the other place. I still have to get my other stuff going on and my employees that I have and everything else. And I'm never going to forget about RDDC, because RDDC is what gets me breathing every single moment I think about all of you and us. It's my smile extra. And then I'm like, okay, but at the same time, I'm like, Lex, how can you sit there and dream and pray about so much and you call it into existence, whether it be the law of attraction, the law of source, whatever you want to call, but yet soon as when you're on the road to obtain it, even though it might look rocky right now before you can see the grand view at the top, I'm always failing to understand that this is what is going to take even more. And it doesn't mean once you get there, it's going to be so much that you can't handle it and enjoy it. It just means there's a lot more to come with that. Just like a king wants to be king, yeah, but he has to have all his subjects, his armies, make sure he's not getting poisoned. So many things that come along with it. Yeah, he can sit at his throne and the luxuries that come with it. But what really has come with it? What is it going to take? So what is it going to take for me to accomplish what I want to do with these nonprofit organizations? What is it going to take for me outreaching to these facilities and these prisons and these different places and trying to go ahead and make sure love is spread, but is also seen in action and not just heard? What is it going to take for you to open up an ice cream parlor? What is it going to take for my friends to go out there and make their, invention, a multi-million-dollar invention, and whatever they do with the money is what it is. Bless them. What is it going to give from us and take from us? So that's what I look at. Is it going to lose my sleep? And then you have the balance of, oh my gosh, I'm not spending enough time with my family. I'm not doing the little things and the big things that mean so much that we take for granted. And we just had that in our other segment. How do you balance that? How do you balance not having enough time with your family and your loved ones? And then already you're sitting here on the grind, got to be obsessed and dedicated to what you want to provide the life for your loved ones, right? This is what we're saying. No matter how you look at it, no matter how you get it, it's still the same thing. It's all about focus and balance. And that's what I've noticed too. Like for me, I'm like, my ceremonies mean the best to me. For a sunset to come in and be able to dwell with the infinite source to sunset on Saturday. It's just something that has always been a part of me, and it's the best feeling and the best rest I've ever gotten. Now, as soon as when that happens for a 24-hour period, I'm right back on the grind for another 7 days straight. But at the same time, I could still just zen in that zone, in that mode, in that time. And I'm like, how? I want to spend time with my mother. I want to spend time with my nieces. I want to spend time with my sweetheart. What am I going to do? How am I going to balance this and then still go obsessed? Your mind is always going, and so is your spirit. And they say as much time as you give your mind and as much time as you give your focus is equated to over 1,000 man hours physically. Sometimes 10,000 man hours physically. And I do believe that. Just like a lot of tests they do with skiers. I mentioned in other previous segments, and different people doing athletic work or basketball, they have the tests and their signals and their muscles are doing more work in their mind creating and visualizing this than they actually did hooked up to machines or whatever was hooked up to them while they actually did the act itself. So it already lets you know what the mind and spirit are capable of doing with all we have been given. And, we're going to touch back on another subject that's coming that I think everybody wants to get a little taste of. This might be a long one, the next one. Who is God? Where is God? Something about that. That was brought up by one of the sweetest notions in the world, my Illinois. But we'll dive into that later, right? So right now we're going to talk about all that is. What is it going to take? So it's going to take us. It's going to take you, we, getting to understand that there's portions of everything we have. It's always about that. But if we can fit it all in and enjoy the time we're in, even if we have 5 minutes, guess what? That's our 5 minutes. Our 5 minutes. It be certain days, certain times. Always make time for those you love. But if it comes down to being there, sitting at the table for an hour and a half, just being silly, yeah, maybe that's a memory you want to take with you, but you have to look at it. Can I spend just 30 minutes at the table and be silly and take some pictures and have a good time, and then spend the rest of the 45 minutes doing work, or vice versa? Can I do something with my family and just go out for, just time it better? We all lose focus of our timing, and then we blame what we have to get done for what we've done. You know what I mean? But we're not looking at the whole concept of we've had enough time available already. It's just time flies by. It's not a lot of time. By the time you sleep for 6 hours or 8 hours, in my case, 5 to 4.5, by the time you get up and use the bathroom, brush your teeth and eat something and maybe travel back and forth, by the time you do those little things, they all add up. You probably have, typically most people probably have about a good 14 hours in a day. I get about, depending how early I am up, I get a little bit more. But at the same time, by the time I do traveling, that's almost like an hour and a half spent out of my day. So we don't have a lot of daylight left. We could do a lot more, but it's not the point of running ourselves in the ground. It's not the point of running fast forward through our family times or our personal times and just dedicating it to something that we'll regret later because we're giving up our family for it, and we're in the mindset to build our family up from it. We have to understand incorporation of all those things. Give your love and your time and your peace and your happiness and your memories to those things that mean the most, that will be left upon the generations to come. Give your absolute love and your heart and your mind and your foundation to all that's a part of you. But while you're building the other foundation that you also want to leave behind for financial purposes or for dedication purposes or just to see it be successful within your heart and your mind, whatever it may be, just remember that also needs your love just the same. So whatever dream you have that's irking you, whatever's driving you, I remember Les Brown, and I quote, "Not perfectly, but you can look it up itself. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to lose your sleep and your peace for it, if all you dream and scheme is about it and life seems useless and worthless without it, if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all your terror for the opposition for it, if you go after this one thing bad enough with all your strength and tenacity, stern pertinacity, if you go after this with everything in your heart, with the help of the source and the infinite, the great one, you also obtain all these things." Now, I'm not saying it for word, but the way Mr. Brown says it, it's just hands down. I can't never say that. The way he does it just moves your spirit, just shakes you up in the best ways possible. I don't need a million people to tell me they feel the Spirit of God through me. Am I in the presence of God or in the grace of God? So many people. It doesn't fill my head up, and it doesn't fill my heart with too much pride. It makes me feel almost like my kryptonite, because I'm sitting here like, me, the one who complains and makes fun of myself in the mirror sometimes, the one who sits there and whines about little things that other people would dream about calling their treasures or their measures. The humanity in me. That's what I look at. But at the same time, all I can give is the Spirit, because the Spirit lives within me. Now, I need a lot of structuring, and I can be a beast off of this, RDDC broadcast. And that's a part of life. Lex is Lex. And that's all there is to it. It's always going to be a part of me. We all have many sides to us. But the main thing we need to know is what is it going to take? Whether it be trying to build a bus, whether it be trying to build our life, our love. What is it going to take for you to find that perfect woman or man? Or let them find you? What is it going to take for us to find 10 pounds to gain or 20 pounds to lose? What is it going to take? And whatever it takes, are we willing to do the things we need to do today so we can have and invest in the things that we want and desire to obtain tomorrow or the next tomorrows? What is it going to bring us to? And once we get there, okay, if we choose and set our mind on there, What is it going to bring us? How are we going to feel? The thing is, and I've been saying for so long, even to myself again, we have to feel it and see it before it actually comes into fruition. Now, I do have a book coming out, Visualization, that should be prepared. Actually, it's already prepared. Anthony's giving me the thumbs up. So it's already prepared, and we're just waiting on the person that is designing our book cover. Hopefully it comes out nice, but that'll be available for download, and we're going to see if we can get it formatted so you can actually order it too. And we'll give that as a giveaway later on if it does go on the sale platform. But we try to give it to you as freely as possible. And this message is also sponsored and brought to you in part by Bernetti Solutions. Thank you for coming on board for our team. They're actually offering a whole world of suite of things, so we just wanted to put them out there and on a call out, and we'll be having them come present themselves later. So at the end of the day, in the beginning of the day, it's all about what is it going to take? What are you willing to give? What are you going to do? What are you going to do when you're standing in the face of all you've ever desired or dreamed of? Because remember, even if you want to run a Fortune 500 company, you're going to have employees, tax, lawyers, whatever it is. But don't get me wrong. Don't hate the dream because of what comes with it. Love the dream because of what it will bring, opportunities and set forth. Work on one thing and focus. In my case, 20 things, but I'm trying to break it down to 2. Okay, so work as much as you can and give your love to it. But if you enjoy what you do, it's never work. If you enjoy it so much. Now, even if you enjoy your job or whatever it might be, getting there right now while you take the steps forward to what you want, if you still love a piece of that job or give your best out of it, give your best to those around you, then it's never work. It's something you simply do. Maybe you'll haze out for an hour or two and get in that funk and that vibe. Someone irritates you, or you bump into a corner, the paper runs out. Okay, customers get mad, whatever it might be. But just remember, what is it going to take? If your purpose is where you are right now to get to where you have to be, just remember, what is it going to bring out of you? What is it going to take? And how good it's going to feel once you reach that point. You're going to look at that. You have to have failure in order to see true success, because every success story has a failure behind it. It has an opposition behind it. It has a downfall behind it. How else can you call it a success? Yeah, you can win the lottery overnight. You can have certain things given to you and certain things done. But at the end of the day, if you didn't have any sweat, tears, and fears to go with that, people really don't hear the story for the depth of how you went in order to get to where you are. But once you get a chance to tell them what you had to do on your journey to reach where you're at, they have a lot more understanding and respect, and they can relate to you and look up to you in a different way. Even if you don't need them to, they still can. Think about that. So whatever you're going through right now is not a failure necessarily, but it's a climb. And just remember, you have to put that chalk on your hands, whatever them rock climbers do, and work your way up the mountain, baby. That's all there is to it. It's going to be a little grueling at first, but once you on top and you're looking over the whole view, ain't nothing in the world going to tell you, hey, you remember that time you had to work a double shift? Remember that time where you had to, go mop floors or whatever you want to do, whatever you want to say, wherever you are. If mopping floors makes you happy, hey, I've done it before when I worked at other places. And guess what? Whatever I did made me happy, because I was happy doing it from where I knew and I saw where I'm going to be, where I'm going. And no matter how much downfalls I have or we have, never lose sight of focus. Never lose sight of what you want, even if it's the most minuscule or the most grandest thing. Don't let anyone tell you what you can dream and scheme and think about. Don't let anyone tell you what's impossible or possible. Take that in yourself and make sure you grow and you nurture that seed. Don't let anyone try to water your garden or drown it or dry it out because they can't plant enough seeds in their own ground. Never let that go. Just remember, what is it going to take? So when you get there and you feel down, think about that. What is it going to take for me to do it? What is it going to take, Anthony? What is it going to take, Lex? What is it going to take, Joe? What is it going to take for me to get there? And whatever I'm doing right now, remember, nothing is ever permanent. That's the grace of beauty we have. Nothing's ever permanent. A little scary at times, but you know you ain't never going to stay in the same position for way too long, no matter what may happen in this life. So as my words are now said and have been said within, right? You have to be the change, feel the passion, and embrace the power of the Spirit. That's all there is to it. That's RDDC letting you know all the love we have. We're not taking too long, but we have some great segments to come. I miss you. I love you. Keep tuning in. We're going to have your questions answered. And, everything is in the grace of all that is beauty. And you guys are all beauty. So hopefully all will be well. We wish you the best. And we're going to be hopefully talking with someone else again on here. And if not, it's fine with just me. At least I think so. Take care, stay blessed, and we'll be back with you soon.